Let's see how many times I take this off. You see the hall light. So, trying to be technically minded. I'm not really, but so all took me I don't know how long from the first earlier. My voice is still going. So we're now 8 o'clock in the evening. Trying to find email for puppet servants in national in UK. Subject of you do search. The cuts in all sorts of public services. So I just been on my provider, the broadband and the internet, trying to get everything sorted out for days being without. So I haven't been able to respond. It's frustrating when I'm trying to find an email for public servants' email, or they call it in statute of complaints, because Capita PLC Business Services Limited, which is I'm going to go in the DWP subject, for example, on complaints, and I want to check to see if it's the right email. Complaints procedure. Email customer service on ministers, really, complaint department if not. Complaint address for, there is a very good website known as, can't turn the camera around right now, to show what do they know, and that's 2017, complaints email address for ESA, it's not ESA, it's DLA, what they're effing me about with. Right, so this website is very good to get information out of them. www.whatdotheyknow.com, and you might be able to find some information out. And I think they're very good what they're trying to do for quite a while actually. And you should get more information sometimes. So let me just say there's an attachment. Oh, there's always an attachment. I can't keep downloading stuff. This guy, right, how to make a complaint for DWP and Job Centre Pluses. Well, this is in my area, it's Leicester, Northamptonshire. I can't keep bloody spending, I haven't got the cost to spend even more evidence I've sent off. And my situation is like the presumption that I did not attend for medical. Well, excuse me, there's a video on that dated the 25th. And I've kept it on this channel to show you the factual evidence. Right, I'm going to view this in HMT, whatever that is called in terminology and stuff. So it's Department of Works and Pensions, Central Freedom Information Team. They've edited some stuff out, so it can't mean much. DWP response, well, that's when you go and find out who owns the domain of www.gov.uk, it just doesn't say much. Trying to do research, again, they've edited out things, it's great. So it's called Central, oh, here we go, I knew this. So the head office is Clapton House, Tutu Street, SW1H9NA. Okay, so I studied contract law years ago. Now, it's obviously off a contract. I've not breached no contract, okay? And I've been discriminated against, and I've been, the Equality Statute Act 2010 and dispute discrimination. So therefore, I'm bedbound at 9:15. I won't even bore you with all my medical equipment, but I've absolutely... This is deliberate attack on all disabled people, basically. So let me just not lose my new password for my internet. So we are still on the 13th of the 11th of all days. I'll be out of here soon anyway, because my high care needs are completely... my situation is not very good. So I'm not going to bore you with that right now. Just I think they keep even pixie this out. They keep pixing out the bloody stream. So I'm not very good at doing recordings right now, so I'd rather go live stream rather than videos. And the weather is getting cold, so it's a bit more concerning, to be honest. And I can't keep bloody doing accepting phone calls for public servants. They know the email, they know to use it, and then my mates can check the email, and I keep losing my voice, so I can't keep speaking. And I'm again having so much everything all at once. So let me just bear with me. And I hope this will help someone else out before I lose my voice again. And just run down. Right, so that's a new email. That one don't work. You can't believe how I'm balancing in this bloody wheelchair today. It's unreal. But these things you try and test. When you get displaced from your home, now I'm going to make sure that it's in the right section. But there's so many bits of paper, it's unbelievable. Yeah, and I'm now learning, I'm trying to learn what I can within mobility about technology. Yeah, I know it's a joke for me anyway, because I'm not very good with the skills. I need a good day. I need a bloody good day to be able to get my head around all this stuff, and I don't have a good day. So bear with me. As soon as you change, I can't go into that. I'll do another video another day. When I get time, because I'm trying to go through so much, trying to even log into my certain things at the moment is make sure I haven't got one bits of papers everywhere. Right, I think that's done on that one. I need to. When you get displaced with certain things and you're dealing with everything's affected, soon they mess about with your idea like offer goods and services that way. You suddenly find that affects the council tax. So I'm on certain one for put this all together so I don't lose it. Right, and that one. And I hope to goodness this bloody system don't crash on me again. Right, let's make a note of this so I know what I'm talking about. Right. So it's a full rebuttal here. Full rebuttal. And why the hell I should have to do this is just unreal. Full rebuttal of assumption. And it's called presumption. If you want to look at the definition of these words, it's up to the individual. Right, this is called, it's in London, the head office, in Victoria, Westminster, Capita Business Services Limited. Alright, let me just type that in a minute. Right, so what we're looking at now is the CEO, Managing Director. I've done this before. I've kept this since 2012-13. All the evidence of facts and what's happened before, because the old system was disability living allowance in the United Kingdom. And gosh, this light behind me looks like petals. It's that kind of light. The colours just there. It's quite pretty. I did hear back from an individual. They've been, oh, this internet's gone off. I don't want to go off yet. Right. So, if you're on ESA, and I knew this will mess everything up. I knew certain people are behind certain things, so I can't make that public what's going on because that's frustrating itself. Right, so let me get this head office called CAT Caxton, Clacton House, that's London. The breach of duty of care, basically. Tut Hill Street is the head office of, if you look, I don't even know Kimi searches anymore, Dun & Bradstreet. I think it's unitedkingdom.co.uk, could be wrong. For the Department of Works and Pensions, so DWP for short, and it's a limited company. Yeah. You don't, it might not come across that because of the statutory system now is obviously statute law, isn't it? So one is requiring offer goods and services, and so you got 2 points. You got statutory law. They set their terms. I haven't breached any terms and conditions. This is the thing you need to read or find out or whatever you're able to do. Terms and conditions. It's been breached by this company in public servants, employees, DWP Limited. They breached to me on offer. I've not consented for the transition. It's called a transition in the statute law. Transition, can't even spell. Transfer from, let's put it this way, disability, living allowance, it's affecting thousands of people throughout the United Kingdom. 2, it's called PIP, and what that means in short, personal independence, and even able-bodied people and those working can get this, but I sent so much evidence off, you can't even believe it, and what's happened, they didn't even act upon the evidence. This is a private company contracted by, it's all a software company, software division, and it's all online, and it's called Capita PLC. It's a group, it's an international company, but the office based one for in United Kingdom is at Victoria Street, Westminster, London. And that's called the division as Capita Business Services Limited. And if you go on to, which I now be able to download, the linking app, business linking app. I was in PR years ago, public relations, self-employed, NUJ years ago, many years ago as a trainee from a former friend of mine in his business. But I never did any work, just training on paid for to get work experience. So I have that background in research. So I just was looking for an email, and if I could have found one, I would have stated what it is, because that's what I've been trying to email all afternoon, and found out that both emails come back on me. So we're just going to do another search on the usual format. I can't balance this laptop anymore, my limited mobility. So it's really frustrating. So I already got the complaints procedure, but you see what it is known also, it's complaints as well as statutory in statute law as a mandatory consideration. Assumption, presumption, if this doesn't help anybody, I do not know. So you go on the standard website, mandatory consideration. I know it's all going to go like thousands of people like me, but they fail the standards, service standards, okay? So let me just briefly outline this. For example, let me go on. If you're still not satisfied, you can go to complaint to independent case examiner to investigate. Well, it's up to the customer charter, they breach this, right? Let me just, I know what they've done, but let me just summarise it, if it's possible. Oh, another bloody HTML document. It's ridiculous. I have not been treated, okay? I have not been treated fairly or with respect. They have not taken my circumstances into consideration. They have not processed my data correctly, okay? They personal information charter tells another part, investigate all reports of fraud. Well, is capita property? Getting it right, we will provide you with a correct decision, information on payment. They haven't done this. Explain things clearly if the outcome is not what you hope for. Well, they haven't done things in the right in the first place. Say sorry, but put it right if we made a mistake. Of course they bloody made a mistake. It's via their contract company employees, the call centre. Throughout United Kingdom, there's bloody call centres and different employees. You're not going to get, it's a software company, you're not going to get anywhere because my social worker, bless her heart, the last one, she went out her blinking way for me. And I did not fail to attend. I was bedbound at 9:15 a.m. So why the hell do I swim my bloody personal life to every Tom, Dick and Harry? And I put everything in writing to let them know. And yet again, they offered me a bloody morning call when I can't bloody do anything myself. Anyway, I've got to try and keep calm because it pisses me off. So they didn't keep me informed. They didn't respond to the letter dated Wednesday, 17th of the 10th, 2018, sent by 10 quid, special extra medical evidence, by the way, additionally, and to the correct people, correct departments, both 2 lots. And also to state that I'm being offered a new replacement social worker eventually, but I don't know when, because the former one was going to offer to sit in on a medical for me. You know, when you have complex needs, it's like we're being shafted up the bloody street, so to speak, left, right and centre. And it's like you're automatically meant to have, but presumption, a friend or family member to aid one. But a lot of these cutbacks and every other services going on in the United Kingdom, they're struggling. Now, this is deliberate target me because the people in my area, they're just certain individuals, a bunch of you know what. I won't put it into words, and I can't even think of words to put it politely, so I won't. And they've been shafting me since bloody well beginning of blinking July, you know, and since the death of my bloody mum. We're going at June, July this year, 2018. So you don't get time to be ill, you don't get time to grieve, you don't get time to know, you know, you can't, it's impossible. That you've been treated like robots on a number on a computer, and you're not, you're just flesh and blood living individuals, and you're just trying to exist in this messed up effing world. But all this technology, it's like what they're doing in universal credit, it's serious effect on people. Even if you're not disabled, you've got family, you've got children, or you're struggling to put food on your table and you're working, and you can't, there's so many rules and statutory obligations, you can't do this, you can't do that, and with the AI, the computer system, the way it works now, so many people are posting about it in the mainstream and offline and social media too. It claims they're not getting nothing right because they've outsourced everything. That's a problem when it goes to private hands and private corporations. Profit first before human individuals. And it's always the same. I'm just going by experience. So, the July, I gave correct information, recorded post. I told them information or changes. Be on time for any appointments. Well, I was bedbound, so why the hell didn't they communicate? And they didn't. That individual apparently was sitting in a bloody car outside my home and straight away put on their computer system. Straight away went to DWP. They called it. I didn't know about this team. Did not attend team. For God's sake, I did not bloody attend. I was in my bloody bed. I couldn't bloody... Anyone on medications out there, side effects, you only know too bloody well as well. What do you expect from us? So they didn't treat me fairly or with respect, and they didn't understand my circumstances whatsoever because you're dealing with a computer system. They didn't follow the process correctly at all. I did. And tell you what to do next if you're not satisfied. Right, let's go into the personal information chart and see what that tells us. Personal information or privacy report tells you about standards you can expect from us and how and why we use your information. Really? Really? Okay, so copy of information we hold about you. As someone said about SR data protection, but it takes forever. I ain't got forever. I need to get things sorted ASAP. Data protection, the types of data, let's scroll down. Process and data offshore, well, I'm sure people know about companies offshore havens, what goes on. Data controller, your rights, when DWP uses information. Your private data is with these people. And where has it been? I want to know where my data is. I want to know what they misused, because it's all being signed for. Yeah, we've already got that. I know about the data protection is dated Statute Law 2018. By the way, www.gov.uk. Data protection service providers, right? Let's have a look at that one because there's outsourced information. DWP service delivered with the help of other companies and contract companies. Sometimes we need shared data. What's going on with this phone? Don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, there you go. They go have contract services out to all these third-party companies that are making profit, like Citizens Advice, nationally, have got a contract, and disabled people against Cut's website. You'll find information if you search it. People have blogged about it online. Everything's linked to national insurance number, by the way. Date of birth, address in their system. So basically, when your DNA is affected, it affects everything else, by the way. When you provide information about the offer of a claim for PIP transfer on to run by these bloody companies I just mentioned, DWP keep after the claim ends for periods necessary for appeals, reviews, any activity completed, payment records may be kept for longer, 6 years, blah, 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 the usual. This is what it goes to now. Automated decision making. The decisions DWP makes have a substantial effect on you. For example, whether or not you are entitled to a benefit. This is what they've done to me. Computer decision. Don't anybody know what this bloody system is doing to vulnerable people? For example, whether or not you're entitled to a benefit. That's what they've done. Computer generated. Are made with a meaningful input from staff. Really? Review or appeal options are built into all DWP benefit processes. No, it hasn't. Automated computer letter, 5th of the 11th, 2018. They stopped my DALA this week, tomorrow. Unlawfully. So, that's page 1. I'll just make a note. So how can now a computer system, software program, automated decision, which is what their computer letter is about. So you need a human individual to touch that computer anyway, don't you, surely? It does have a substantial, just put me at a severe risk, because I can't afford the extra cost of my disabilities now. Medical equipment and charging, all that kind of stuff, extra cost you have because you're disabled. That's what it's about. And they don't give a monkeys. And I don't even have an appointment or the advocacy put in place to assist me. There's nobody. There's two The national policy for St. Surprise and another one I know of in my area do home visits, but they blocked me. Unlawfully, discriminated again, just because who they are. I know certain individuals, managing directors of these local people. I don't can say much about them personally, but I just know what they're up to, certain things. Right, it goes on to they meaningful. What their definition? What's the definition? Yes, Sandra. The bloody thing's cold. Can you close the window, please? Right. Meaningful. You just can't believe this. Just check it out yourself on their website. Meaningful input by whom? This is what I want. Statement of reasons they call this. By employee. I know this is done. This is done on Thursday, the 25th of the 10th, 2018. The automated computer session, well, computer letter was dated. You have only a certain amount of days. So I found out by other means, it's known as a statement of reason. That gives you an extra 2 weeks. But then you're still doing a complaint. I mean, there's still no email. I'm not going to send more bloody information they've already got. They've got enough information. So here we go. So, review or appeal options are built into all DWP processes, even where there is not specifically required for data protection statute law. DWP is developing new digital services all the time. Yeah, no human interaction. If any new services involve automatic decision making, we will tell you about this when the decision is made. No, I was not informed about this, so that is a breach of policy. Offer. They've used automatic computer generated. So I was not informed of automated decision. And how the hell, when you have so much complex illness and disabilities, you can pick up the bloody phone and phone these bloody call centres up? No. Who can do that constantly? I don't believe these individuals work there knows what reasonable adjustments means. I don't know. Some of these individuals know what bloody disability means. They seem to become from another world, like a computer, like a robot themselves. Oh, I'm just following my employee's procedure while the bloody can't speak. Blinking procedure does not give the statutory, well, it's automated decision making. I wasn't informed about this. It claims we will tell you about this when the decision's made. No, I was not told. I was not informed of a automated decision making process on this is ridiculous, on the automated, that's what they call it in their terminology, automated computer generated letter. So that's one in this what is it, charter, personal information charter. So DWP charter. Hold on, I've got to get the spelling right. Yeah, thank you. It's getting colder. Oh, I can't even spell. CHART. What charter really means, who knows? That's page 2. And I ain't got a bread today because my body's just one of them days when you just need a rest. So let's have a quick nose. Use of DWP, use of profiling. Avoid information or evidence that we do not need and make sure we ask for it when necessary. Really? Call handling, providing services to ensure people speak to the right department. Oh, this is a joke. Oh my gosh, has anybody experienced? Call handling, providing services to ensure people speak to the right part of DWP and are offered additional support to access the services. I put this in writing because I wasn't offered that. Can you believe what I'm reading? Oh my goodness me. I can't even turn the camera on because of the way the phone's charged at the moment. Tailored support for individuals, for example, to suggest skills to develop, or offer specialist work coach, or support to help people again. Well, improve DWP services to detect, prevent fraud and error. Let's go back to that clause, that paragraph. Right. Go away, pop-ups, please. Go away, pop-ups. Right. Let me go back on this section. Right, where does I read? Tailored support for individuals. Let me go on to this bit. Avoid asking for information or evidence. Really? Has anybody ever been informed that you didn't provide enough evidence? And who's claiming that you need to keep providing this evidence? Medical, for your PIP. Whatever benefit offer a service you're trying to access. What about the call handling as well? That these puppet servant, she went out away and she just got the runaround like I and the other two people I had helping me previously, past few weeks ago. It claims here to ensure you speak to the right part of the DWP. Well, it doesn't mention anything about the whatever you do, Matimus, is it? And the Capita Business Service Limited. It doesn't say nothing about third parties. What is their charter? Goes on, tailored support. It just jumps out to me, DWP uses of profiling. Your private life information is going to these people and put on their system, and where's it going to end up? So that's that one. What else? The legal basis for processing on this case. Lawful process. Let's have a look. A section 6.e on the new Data Protection Statute Law 2018. Sensitive personal information about your health, right? Most processing by DWP meets the condition that it's necessary for purpose of employment, social security and social protection. This is allowed by Section 10 of the new Data Protection Act, Article 9(2)(b) of the what I just said. There may be circumstances where DWP rely on other conditions to process personal information or sensitive information. This was bloody sensitive information I sent. Don't they bloody re-traumatise people when they breach their own code and statutory system? Sensitive, very sensitive health, especially when you're disabled, I tell you. I don't know if anyone else experiencing this. The function, specific conditions are met. What about when they use the third-party contractor specifically? Doesn't say anything about that on this charter. Specific conditions. So processing of your personal data. So apparently what happened with my situation, this Capita Business Services Limited, they have these call centres throughout United Kingdom, well, England. Darlington was the one that it's a business, software company. So they got no experiences and they're just scanning documentation into a computer. But they did bloody look at the evidence. So they sent a blinking self-employed healthcare professional round, harassed me, 9:15 a.m. and I couldn't do nothing about it until I got a call by this public servant saying that I don't quite remember what she said. I was half asleep when she bloody phoned. And my mates gave me one of my friends' private life carers gave me a phone. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known it was a female at bloody side. And straight away, she went on the. It was my neighbour said. Saw what happened, and she's in her car straight away. Put on a computer that I didn't attend. Went straight away to the DWP. Yet failed on. It's all presumed assumption, as I said, and didn't even look at the circumstances or evidence I originally sent off to change for PM call. I mean, this has been going on for months. First, it was 2 offers. Well, one of the offers was Coventry, impossible, medical evidence, doctor's evidence, you name it, it's gone off. And they didn't even check that. And that was dated the 4th of the 8th, 2018. And then when the cuts in public services in my area, well, anyway, that also got peed up the wall. So I'm left without offer any services, basically, waiting around forever for a replacement of a public servant social worker to complete what they need to do. And that was another issue going on. So you get bombarded with everything. So you can only do one thing at a time. So everybody just have to F off and wait for me. All no disrespect, but that's the way unfortunate people are in that unfortunate situation. So what I'm trying to read is sensitive information. Your people are, in this system, the way it works 2018, it's getting worse, I tell you. They wouldn't like this. Their sensitive information being misled and lost. So I heard of someone doing a video, so let's get out with this. How they share your data. Let's have a look. So they share it with. Oh, right. Did you know this? If you rent, Big Brother is United Kingdom. Hello. So they share this automatically with borough council in statutory law and talking. Borough council, county councils. They all know this. Social Security in other countries. So your data's being shared other than United Kingdom if you don't live here. Did you know that? What information is being shared? Okay, so if you rent from a national housing company, they call it statutory or social housing, that's shared to them too. Here we go. Private sector bodies, such as banks, organisations that lend you cash, well, their system, charitable welfare organisations. We do this for a number of reasons. Listen to this one. Check the accuracy of information. So they're checking you out all the time, no matter what you do. The accuracy, help people with particular difficulties. Really? Such as troubled families. Help people to get or stay in work. Well, if you get high personal care needs and you already got evidence, unfortunately you're not in that position, well, are they going to dump people into institutional systems now? Who knows? Goes on to say, help people get education trained to improve their chances of work. That's all it's about. Treat people like bloody slaves. I've got to end this at about 9 o'clock. Just watch the time. supporting people independent living, including home help and respite care. I'm not getting none of that, because they haven't even got the other section I'm dealing with the care situation, statutory side of things sorted out lawfully. Oh, what? They waste the public purse anyway. And now they claim they're going to protect it. I can't see that happening. Useful research. Well, who to? Nothing's private no more. Social security services are... So it's all your data is sold off to like is bigger perhaps. Service providers. Yeah, I just mentioned about them. Many DWP are delivered to help other, such as contractors. Yeah, it's all contract law. But so you're signed up, and there's presumption that you consent, the man or woman, individual consents to sharing your data. So who keeps your data? There's a reference to your national insurance number. It's all to do with business. So no wonder there's a letter in the post about this council tax thing. They know. For example, they use automated email back. Mum made an email this afternoon for me to update them that I'm waiting for this, that and the other. They know what's going on. They all work in tangent together. Okay, so let's have a look at this. People who live in households, so if you've got a partner, and they're living in your home and you ain't told anybody, be aware, because they will be snooping about. Today they were snooping about on targeting literally disabled people. The shops, you go on disabled people against Cut's website, you find out what went on today. I haven't checked it out because my internet's only just come on. So they claim to have basic information. Anyone has been associated with a national insurance number. So basically, you work like a slave till you end up passing away. That's what they want. Look, they're going on again. Check the accuracy information, help people with particular difficulties such as troubled families. What's all they going on about that for? Do you know something? If I had my health, I'll keep saying it before, I wouldn't be in the United Kingdom. I don't know where I'll be. Service providers. Be careful about this. The work programme. Contract law. Just research about offshore of your data. I've already gone into that. Let me just see. Yeah, can you do that, please? Thanks. Let's get off and just switch off. Save it as what? Download page. Can it be done that? Okay, we're going to do a strange search now. Didn't even know there was such a thing as a bloody charter. I mean, we're searching for... Yeah, just put the little heater on, thank you. It's getting cold. It's getting winter, isn't it? Oh, my body needs a new one. So... Okay, I'm going to get off here in a minute. Oh, it's from one of those. Put that up there. Right, so we're just going to see the minutes of the meeting that went off. So, I went to a disabled forum ages ago. It was a long time since I was able to participate in anything. Can't believe this. I found an old Facebook page and I can't even log into it because obviously I've got the password. This is unbelievable what I'm finding. Oh my god, look what I just found. All the photos I put on that old Facebook page, and I wonder if they still got the video of what happened to me last year. Oh, my sister's on it. 49 photographs. Let's have a look. I can't even log into it, so no point. If you ever Google, not Google, bloody hell, it took me ever to work this out. Jesus. This is how much your data's being bloody exploited. What have I gone into now? I don't know what I'm doing with this bloody computer. I don't use this laptop. My mate's trying to hold it for me. Yeah, just click, how'd you click it out? I need to get my feed in a minute. Oh. Everything crashes on me at the weekend. It takes forever to get back. Right, what you do, just press that. I just use the phone because it's easier. Right, just get out that and click out the page. Right, the last public meeting I went to hold these people accountable. See if it's gone into that. Right, I don't think it's come up on. It's called in my area, and I can tell you he was there. I'm not on Twitter, I don't use Twitter. Is there any pictures of me? Let's have a look. Be a miracle. Right, I know there's pictures of it's amazing. Oh, here we go. Right, Daily Mail. Not of me, but of the bloody cuts that went on. It was packed out, that meeting, I remember that, and I thought I'm not looking for that particularly. That's what you've got to be careful of when you're putting photos online, any social media, because it ends up on the bloody big wide world web. And when you're dealing with DWP, I'll tell you, there's this woman I know, for example, I've known her for years. Certain individuals, you get to know who's behind things and making sure you don't get access to services. And well, I'm not going to spend my time. Let's go back to that, how your data has been exploited. Right. So we got, it's constant going on. You got everywhere, United Kingdom, they're targeting the vulnerable people, disabled people. Well, it's just like now it's going to be, I just come across, let me go back to that web. Does it show what page it was on just a minute ago? Okay, let's go back where it were. Right, I just went on to email, find an email for the unlawful breach of email for complaints for DWP, for example, and complaints procedure, and what they've done, what they are doing, I should say, from this my administration. Here we go, that's what I wanted to find out. So PIP, here we go, here's one, for example. How many people had problems with this? Making complaints, suggesting independent assessment services. Well, that's a separate company. You've also got Statutory Rise and PIP complaints. Oh, not surprised. Let's go on this one. This is a mainstream media from last year, 2017. Okay, complaints about personal dependence payment assessment process rose by 880% last year. Oh my lord. So what I'm going through is nothing compared to the bigger picture then. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got a wheelchair repair tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Sandra, can you do that? Just heat it up. I'm just trying to find there's an email. Hold on, get out of this bit of crap. Right, here we go. What happens when the system designs to help you is actually hurting you? Oh my gosh. This is what happened to me. It still is. They stopped my bloody DLA this week and I'm surviving on shite. So, like thousands of people. This is the question I'll keep coming back. There's an author on this. What item is it? TheGuardian.com. Dated 2017. Can't see the date specifically. Complaints rose. Oh, here we go. Why don't they go to real people with information? It's the part according to DWP. There's always going to bloody not tell the true figures, aren't they? So yeah, amount of paperwork, amount of assessments, amount of tribunals, and then they find, where do you find the energy to keep going on with formal complaint? You know, I've got two things. Well, three actually. Well, I don't know which way to go. You've got the Capita Business Services Limited complaint, breach of not the date protection, what's it called again? The disability discrimination, the breach of Equality Act. That's two big ones, right? That email came back on me. That email didn't work. Not surprised. And then it went to what I know about this area, DWP. So that email came back again. So 2 hours later, waste of email, waste of time. Anyway, it goes on. People are, it's basically a new offer contract from the transition from DLA, disability living allowance, onto the personal independence. It's not, the old system was much better, in my opinion, because you had all that medical evidence, you sent it off, you've got all your reports, it was done and dusted, so it's quite easy. It didn't go to third party, it didn't go to, I knew at the time it went to Atos, but it wasn't as bad as the computer systems what they're doing now. So you had a human individual at the end of the computer typing information. Now it's automated, and that is what the problem is, in my opinion. And so, when you have combination high complex disabilities, in their eyes, they're not putting the factual evidence in. This is what's happened twice again. So, the appointment 25th of, now it was the 10th 2018, that idiot individual was not had the correct information sent to make sure it's a PM visit. Nor did that, it's a bad timing, unfortunately, where that public servant dealing with a social worker had decided to cash in on the offer to go onto a new job. So I'm left without any support at all on that side. So I had no one sitting on the medical. And it already got confirmed, it's been going on for like June, July, right, at the time, all that paperwork, all that medical evidence. And additionally, when I had the IT produced letter, when how many phone calls, how many emails, I can't even go into, because that public servant went out of way to do that for me. Can't thank her enough. So that day, that video is still up, I think, on this channel. Check it out. It could be on the day or the day after. Completely shocked. I can't remember it's still up. The aftermath or what. They don't seem to realise how this affects people with cognitive disabilities, mental health problems, right, physical disabilities, and whatever else is going on. So you might have a lot of things going on at the same time. There isn't a human individual, gives the monkeys, that will put the factual information there. So apparently it turns out, I found this out the 20th of night 2018 by a public servant, social work, in a meeting going through a care assessment, that certain individuals of Capita PLC, their department business, Capita Business Services Limited, head office in Westminster, Victoria Road, London, they're all, and it's important to know this, all are call centres throughout United Kingdom. They are not, because it's a software company, right? So the contract by Department of Works and Pensions for Capita PLC, they're an international company, but the division in UK is known as Business Services Limited, right? So you don't have a contract with that company. So that's contract law. So the terms and conditions of the DLA side, well, DWP's breached that, because I did not sign up to transfer on to this new company to share my data, or to imply I did not attend, and automatically put that on their computer system straight away that day. So when my social worker called up, and I'm bedbound that time in the morning, as I said, she'd called up, I'm groggy, side effects, medications, all this is never put into their computer system, by the way. And then the social worker says, well, this is her situation, for goodness me. Yeah. Well, I've got an email saying all sorts, what the lady social worker kind of did for me. And found out that nobody at the Capita Business Services Limited in the call centres, you never get a manager. You just get individuals picking up the phone, meant to be putting things on the computer, and they're not doing it. So that's where you don't get the... So that's why it's going all the way to tribunal. All these cases are going to tribunal. So you get failed at the first hurdle. Well, you're pure lucky if you don't. And then you go to management consideration, that fails. Then it's end at tribunal. So it's all designed to fail, the most vulnerable. And disability is meant to be a hate word now in the UK system. It's a massive scandal going on. There's more statistics are fabricated by the state system in the UK. And what else? Disturbing picture is emerging that anyone who cares about welfare, state, property or basic government transparency, well, there isn't none, very good information and wants to know, Disability News Service is being carrying out investigation into claims of widespread dishonesty. The disability benefit system, more than 250 PIP claims alleging assessors repeatedly lied, ignored written evidence of honesty. So I might be able to try and put this, I can't put this on camera. So Guardian.com, let me go into this news item. And I've got to go in 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. It's not working. What do I do? Oh, it's not working. Okay, so we have www.disabilitynews.com. That's the date of the article. Oh, I'm on this manual wheelchair and it's killing my back because she's had to balance my laptop. Right, turn the camera around. Oh, hello, how are you? Sorry, I didn't see you there. How are you, Doom Show? Hello, how are you doing? I've got to turn the camera around, so I don't know how to do this right now. Oh, how do you do it? Sandra, I can't do this bloody technology stuff. Right, we're now on the website. We're zoomed in. No, I don't want to zoom in. Oh, thanks for joining. Whoever watches this, see, that's the head office in London, obviously. And I don't know what this website, the article, what's the date on that? I can't see it. That's my weird computer for you. Right, it's small, vague print. 26 October 2017. Complaints about. Zoom back out. Hello, how are you? Check out the Doom Show, the last train out. Oh, very good. It's a very good take on your show, aren't you? How are you doing today? Complaints about person independence, Rose. Right, okay. So what's going on with the investigation they're doing then? What's going on to date? here we go. So the PIP assessment processes is a very good website. I'll show you the website. There. And the Department of Works and Pensions figures also show number of complaints about the PIP assessments that were upheld rose more than 700%. So, well, what's going on now then? Let's see if I can balance that fine. Yeah. Right. I shouldn't go off on the camera. They're all the same, these bloody politicians. A bunch of them same. Oh, look, we've got another article. They're always attacking the vulnerable, aren't they? So, if it's not for the universal credit, it's also targeting about accessible shopping day, which was, what date was that? Let me just see if that was today's date. They're trying to catch disabled people out. For what reason, I don't know. When you're genuine, you've got nothing to be catch out for. We're just going on to what date? Yeah, today's date. I couldn't go out anyway. Anyway, so they call this a purple event. The disabled activists has called for a boycott of UK first accessible shopping day because it's close links to, here we go, DWP, and the CCTV footage could be used to I can't even get my words right today. Let's see if I don't know if they blocked out my bloody footage. Right, so the CCTV of these shops could be used to dispute benefit disability claims. Purple Social Enterprise, formerly known as Essex Coalition of Disabled People, have secured the support of DWP for next week's, well, it's today actually, but 13th of the 2018, but has denied there is a hidden agenda. Well, always a bloody hidden agenda with these bloody public linking side of it. So here you go. Well, the M&S in my area is closed. You've got Sainsbury's, well, don't go there. You've got Asda, well, don't go there. You've got Argos, so hard to go there. And shopping centre owners such as, well, there's a couple of them, I don't even know them. One of their partners, which owns and runs shopping centres across the country today, Thursday, well, that was the article, was last week, refused to promise not to pass CCTV footage from the event to DWP. Sainsbury's refused to answer questions, and Purple is hoping to engage with 500 retailers. Well, let's see who is this Purple Tuesday event. Let's state what the company, who they are. Okay, here we go. Watch out for them. Watch out for that. Check out who owns the domain name of that website. It is nothing to assist the disabled people. It's to gather your data again. Who's the founder and supporters of this website? Oh look, we've got the Argos logo, we've got Barclays Bank. Look at that. Asda. Look at that. All wants your data. Watch out for this. M&S. Sainsbury's. Shame on you lot. The Crown Estate. Where are they based? Let's show you where the head office is. Here we go. So it's a limited company. Okay, I don't know if they're going to blur this out now. I'm showing this. Purposes Limited, registered office, 5th floor, down over Potter Spa in Hertfordshire. They must have a secret head office is Essex. So they're having a contract deal, are they? Let's see. Right. Let's see if they're going to watch your IP location soon. And they got the cheek to put that logo. So they are the ones going to be showing up your blinking, I mean, this goes back, if we call in the history. I mean, I'm no expert in history at all, but doesn't it tell you, I mean, this surely must scream out, it's not about UK accessible shopping day. Should be without using your data. You know, people can't afford to shop online when they're on limited income as it is. Just avoid these bloody companies if you can, because they might appear to be all helpful. Save that page, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's a limited company. It's all corporate. It's all selling your data. Just bloody disgusting. Let's go back to Disability website. It's all showing your data. I'm just going to balance this for a minute. Oh, we've gone out of that thing. Right, so we're trying to go into PIP assessments and basically complain about a PIP decision. That is standard. There's no information. Make a complaint. Right, I want an email. Can't we just get that in? PIP. Oh, here we go. Look, right. I'm going to show you just a Google search. That don't work. My PIP assessment feedback does not work. They've never got back to me on the email. Nor has the website down the bottom. They never get back to you. Let me show you if it was the same one I saw on my phone the other day. Right, that's a company who's messed me up. That's who's discriminated. Employees discriminate against me. That's the phone number, call centre, and that text number don't work on mobile phones. 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That email does not work. When you click on it, which I did before, by the way, you don't use that, right? I sent all my information to that PO box, okay? They received it by recorded post, and they take 20 working days to get back to you, but it's not in time to get my DLA reinstated. Yeah? And they take 20 working days. So this is Let's Talk Disability to be assessor. Okay, so let's have a look at their site, shall we? The ones that discriminated against me. Careers, here you go. Do you want to be, are you experienced nurse, occupational therapy, paramedic? How do you know? You're not going to be informed who is trained in your disability needs. You're meant to. They're not make a decision. A female turned up in a car when I'm bedbound. That is their website. You want to make a difference, and you want to really help people out, and you're going to keep your job. Shall we see what current vacancies there are? In-house training, yeah, is about finding people fit for work. It's not helping disabled people. And you just hear about people leaving their jobs and whistleblowing. It's all over the place. People aren't making it clear. They do nulistic MLP. So here you go. Person independent assessments on behalf of DWP in Wales, West Midlands, East Midlands, Northern Ireland. We're searching for skilled and emotional intelligent healthcare professionals. That is, you won't get to know who that healthcare assessor is. Joining Capita PIP as a disability assessor offers unique opportunity to give your career, they're about keeping their jobs. They will deliberately mess about with people. Let's go back to where it says complaints, yeah? Get in touch, yeah? So you got all this, a centralised computer generated website. Contact form online. Subject is, where is that about discrimination? Audio recording request. Interpreter, other. You could, well, why didn't they send all this information before? That you could cancellation of appointment or change it. Nobody did that for me. Nobody gave me that information. Complete details to your inquiry. You just get a call centre operator all the bloody time. 8 o'clock to the PO box. Where in contract law you need to know who you send your data to, surely, not just a PO box, could be anywhere. So let's see if they show up the head office in London. Let me see if we're going .com. It's a software company. We're going to a .com website. Technology and business, here we go. Our services. Right. Digital transformation, software, special services. They're an international company. Here we go. They work for UK Central, well, all claim to be changing everything. NHS. Capita reviews, benefits, revenues and benefits contract. See, they know all about you already. They already know all the information. So why do we have to keep sending, a requirement to send our information? So let's just see what it says on that news. And their website, corporation website. Ooh. That's why you automatically get a letter as soon as you stop your DLA. Contract reselected by Westminster Council, City Council, revenues and benefits. That's housing benefit. That is if you're exempt from council tax, things like that. Oh my gosh! Look how much they're profiting. 65 million over the next 10 years when people are starving and being unlawfully mistreated. It's contract to collect council tax. And people are starving and struggling. Can you believe the bloody, big business? People are starving. Look how much they're bloody property. Look. There's their media contact details. What a bunch of bloody nasty pieces of work. And let me get off this pop-up and I'll show you how much they're bloody profiting from people's misery. Oh, here we go. Do you want to know who the CEO is? Here you go. Alright, John Lewis. Does that ring a bell? From that shop, it could be the same shopping company CEO. Lewis, John Lewis, maybe. But here you go, the CEO. Write that down or get I'll show in a minute. And chief exec, take them on for breach of contract, offer goods and services. Well, I'm going to try when I've got a good day. So you go into the business linking app and you find out who they're connected to, but look how much they're profiting. People's misery, look. 65 million over the next 10 years when people are struggling, let alone homeless in bloody London, let alone disabled people. Look how much the bloody croonies, golden handshake deals going on. Look at that. So it doesn't matter what you do, they know your information. So it's wondered why I had this 5th of the 11th 2018 letter saying, I wish your circumstances changed and your council tax, because I meet multiple criteria for a disability relief scheme. And so my mate did an email this afternoon back, automated response as per usual in my area, and to inform them, due to these people, they've caused certain things. I won't repeat what I just said, but you can rewind the video. And yet, it's national. It's all over the bloody place. Let's go on to Contact Us, see where they're claiming to be the head office, and show you that. It's a software company. They've got contracts with the UK NHS England. Right, see if we can see anything. Oh, here we go. Oh, gosh. Job seekers, contact our careers team. Yeah, right. Assisting service users, including PIP and recruitment. What? It's Abanose. That's their website. Check it out. Whoops. Is this focused? Yeah, there you go. That's what goes on, United Kingdom. And we've got Capita Investors. We've got to check that one out. Yeah, forget that one. Go on to who's investing in this company. So where the public purse is going. It's all. Here we go. Here's the head office. Okay, so Capita PLC is the limited company. There you have it. That's the head office location. That's the PLC division, the European company. Capita Business Service Limited is also a different location. I've got the company information, but if you want to research for yourself, it's up to you. Shares, it's all about business. It's nothing about helping the vulnerable disabled people. Shall we see what sectors? No, see what services. And more for pro. Oh look, how convenient! Look at that. I wonder if they're watching. It just crashed on me. Look, their webpage. So much for your software company. The server encountered an error. Okay, so people are telling the truth what goes on. What is a PIP? If you live abroad, thank God you're not dealing with this. Oh, let me go into assessment process, shall we? Call centre operators. That's all we're dealing with. Face to face. They gather information and they never did act upon the factual information about my condition and disability to create a report for DWP. The disability assessor did not, nobody offered me a lawful reasonable for appointment. To question how your condition affects your daily living and getting around, which I'm going through that with the care assessment system. Then they will take notes throughout the consultation. No, they will watch your body language. They will use NLP. They will not treat you with dignity. Their consultation is not a physical examination. They don't diagnose you. Look at reality on all sorts of, not just for me, to see how it's really affecting people. If you don't have insight, unfortunately, because your disability is look, this examination may include a mental function assessment, which will be tailored to your individual situation. I sent a very private medical information report off, and they never even actioned this. The disability assessor will also be able to see some of your difficulties that you have, certain tasks during the time you spend together. Impossible. They have no training. They're just out to find you, not to be able to claim. You will only be assessed as being able to do something if you can do it safely, what is impossible on my own, unfortunately, the way it is, to an acceptable standard. Look what that really means from people's experiences, if you want to know. Preparing for your offer. Make sure, look at this on their website, make sure that you know where your appointment is taking place, plan your journey, give yourself enough time, you receive instructions. I don't use public transport. I can't even get to their consultation centre. I can't even get out of my bloody bed on my own. It's so clear they failed in every angle. Whether your consultation takes place at your home, you're welcome to have another individual. Where was they changed the social worker at last minute on me. She left a job, so what the hell I was meant to do? I sent all my documents in time off to make it clear. Here, it's an inquiry centre. There's a phone number. They're the ones that put on their computer system, I failed to attend. No, I did not. If your appointment is at a centre and it just goes on the jargon, you can actually suss it out for yourself. For example, reports from. So what did the public servant, my social worker, send? What did my doctor send? See? You could also prepare a care and treatment plan from. I already sent these occupational therapists previous reports. I'm waiting to get the right support network in place right now to do a new one. I put all that in writing, you know. They don't give a shit. Remember the evidence to show us how your conditions affect you, and not be just confirmation of your condition of the medication you take. BS in their forms June and July 2018, it states to include that. Go on Benefits and Works website, .co.uk, and you might find information to aid you. This is because PIP is based on how your conditions affect you and not the condition itself. I've got to go, that's my time to go. And I'm going to get out of that because unfortunately I had tried to find an email. Yeah, I know, Sandra, there's some time my mate's going to come to assist me. Sorry about the noise of the phone going off. How to complain. Right, so they're pushing people into the situation. Independent assessment services. They're not independent. Watchdog concerned a regular treatment of PIP. This is in July this year. Disabled Go. Very good website. Oh look, that don't exist. So they're watching what pages I go on now. Who knows? It's to speak the truth, and sometimes I'm going to block information. Disabled people against cuts. How to make a complaint given by a solicitor. Disabled people against cuts website. This is an old letter, by the way. Why isn't there people out there to help people to assist them when they've got no support? Check the contact details, disability care service, the local office, send your letter or complaint to the DWP. If your claim has been reported to Capita, you also need to send a letter or complaint to that office. If not sure, send your complaint and call the helpline. Well, you don't get anywhere when you do. Include your details, state it as a complaint, which I did. I sent that. My mate sent it for me, 30th of the 10th, 2018, delivered. I'm going to get the date right. I got the dates right, let me think. No, I can't think. I got all the letters in my room. I can't think of the dates. Well, it got delivered by the 23rd of the 10th, 2018. All the information I needed extra, and they never got back. And it was classed as a formal complaint as well. And nobody got back to me. Now, under the complaints, using the complaints procedure, and I'll send a confirm receipt as soon as possible on how your application will process. They didn't even do anything with this. Did nothing. Right, okay, here we go. Complaint is sent to the Director of General Operations for DWP, who aims to deal with complaints in 15 days. Well, you're out without delay. You're without your DLA. If you're unhappy with the response, then it takes time, basically. You haven't got time. So it goes into mandatory consideration. Deliberately. And basically, the violations of disabled people human rights is just non-stop. That is even on Disabled People Against Cuts website. This is non-stop. So, yeah, it doesn't matter if you have all these severe things going on in your life and they don't give a shite. So, an individual was stating even last year they had problems trying to complain to Capita, Atos, whoever did the assessment, right to the DWP, PO box, blah, 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 blah. And what would do, at least it will, the individual didn't actually spell correctly, so I can't read it. And there's another one. I was given a DLA for life. Then the assessor came to visit her. Right, individual. Yeah, it's a bloke. I had lots of health issues and been assessed for lung transplant. And so disease, vertigo. I was visited at home because I constantly, not a serious people being let down. Let me just abbreviate this. Sorry about the noise, can't get to the phone right now. And I'm told over to dress. Oh my gosh, so they even had the problem even last year. Lots of people are. I can't dress, I can't cook for myself. There's presumptions constantly being made. Version of daily living payment is saying this guy's going against my specialist, who is a professor at the Lungs Hospital in London in UK. My doctor had a covered team, none of whom have been contacted. Oh my gosh. So basically, they don't even contact your own medical GP. What qualifications do these men and women working for these companies on behalf of DWP have? And this guy is saying, I try to keep my sense of humour It's more depressed. Thank you. Pits ruin my life. They're doing it to everybody as well, unfortunately. And it's welfare cuts. I'm not being negative, but there's lots of they're on a commission. I believe assessors get commission of 300 quid if they score 0 points. If you are refused the PIP benefit, there's a cash incentive for them. That's why that woman did that to me. They are greedy son of a guns. I definitely believe that. And basically making a French company contract to carry out these face-to-face assessments to save the so-called puppet purse income. Yeah, right. They say they are spending more on disabilities, but it's not. How much is being spent on disputes and appeals, and these judges need paying their wages. They're run by a bunch of idiots. There's ordinary people mentioning, this is from 2017, and now it's a year on. It's still going on. How many lives are being lost as a consequence? So, at the beginning of the year, we had a conference where they discussed managers of the future. In this, they said it would be a sit-down discussion with strengths and weaknesses. We were invited to discussion. What's this about? Let me do a quick nose. And, right, interesting. I work for this Mid-Counties Court. At the beginning of the year, this is 2017, this individual saying, had a conference and then discussed the managers of the future. In this, they said that there would be a sit-down discussion where we would discuss our strengths and weaknesses. We were invited to discussion named as a development day. The day consisted of exams. The only way I can describe them as were scored. 4 exams, one having 14 parts to it, was actually a discussion about who we would choose as our community beneficiary. This was again scored. This was one scenario exam consisting of 9 points and one oral scenario consisting of 3 parts. Strange, I thought. This isn't a discussion. This is exams. Anyway, eventually, this individual called into a meeting with the DM via his PA. Then 24 hours notice, as a member from HR department, by this time, this guy was saying his senses was on overdrive. The DM then read him a script stating that I had failed and that this guy here was going to have to go on to a PIP. As a manager, I know what a PMP means. I asked about the scoring and what I had got, which didn't make sense. This was several DMS scoring different aspects of an exam. Now I find he says, but no one was consistent, or was there a separate adjudicator? This was not an official exam run by any official body. Now I find 12 weeks to prove myself before the final outcome, and we didn't need to. But we don't need you anymore. It appears this guy's 22 years of service have meant nothing. He claims my success of making profitable score accounts for nothing. None of this is taken into consideration. Please can you help or advise, as this is tearing me apart. What's he on about? That's not related to. He's on a web page for the sake people get cuts, but it's not about the PIP. So a lot of people are having to go to tribunal. What about your skills at writing letters, phone calls and that? If you ain't got any family friends to help you, what do they do about that? It's tough, isn't it? In their eyes. It's now the end of July. She's had no contact from PIP, no letters, no calls, no money. I've called 3 times on behalf and get flopped up. I've had all this. This is like now 2018. You have to go through all the appeal process. And by the way, there isn't services in my area that would offer. They didn't get back to me to email to offer home visit, which I meet the criteria procedure nationally for home visits of certain services in my area to support me in this process, and they're completely ignoring me unlawfully. Somebody else goes on, awarded PIP, it stopped and will review 2 years of another diagnosis, but they, Capita, had lied throughout the report. Made me sound like, not repeat the word, and I've MS. This goes on. This goes on. I'm just going to get out of it now. I've got to end. Time's getting on. So, God bless. I'm going to just switch off and try and put a comedy film on because it's depressing. I don't want to really make a video like this. Depressing video. Just type in, it's all about control of disabled people. Disabled people, United Kingdom. 2018, what is the truth? Control, oh, I spelled the word wrong. Yeah, I know. My mate's tempting to get off here, to get on. So, all you've got is, there is no individuals available promoting God-given rights, disability rights. No, there isn't. No. I think it's typed in wrong anyway, so it's just like going back in history. What happened? Let's just type in, say, what happened to disabled people. Just a simple search to see what they used to do. I'm going back in history, so bear with me. In, say, what year? 1989. See if there's something comes up. Did it come up anything? Alright, we are disabled people, not people with disabilities. Why is it important to name us as disabled people rather than people with disabilities? That's our old item. History. Okay, in 1989, a time when there was no UK laws to protect disabled people from discrimination, the Avon Coalition Disabled People was formed. That's not that far back. Let's have a look. Okay, so here we go. Chronically Sick and Disabled Peoples Act 1970 requires local councils and welfare services to disabled people who fall within Section 29 and National Assistance Act 1948. Those who were billed with learning disability, right? So what does that mean all this time on now? There's a groundbreaking step on the road to equality. Well, it doesn't seem to be happening. Social care assessments, duties. Well, it's all great having all this statutory law, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything to help people in the situation now. It's been going back in history. Just trying to have a look. Definitions. Was it repealed? Okay, so you got one of 1989. Don't know what that one is. Don't even know there's a register. What's that about? So, to be registered disabled, I mean, it's just a bloody word. Disability doesn't find who you are. It's just unfortunate. Assessments. They got a disability law service, by the way, check it out the website, but there still isn't help people. Chronically disabled individuals. There's nothing up to date. No. So we're just going to get off here now and basically started off with trying to show you, see if there's any videos. There's a point I didn't see that. Mind control computers will disable people. What? Oh, that was a long time ago. Computers that can control your mind and the joystick or controls interact with smartphones. Okay, here we go again. July this year. Thousands of people failed by government's culture. 70,000 people, disabled people, owe thousands of benefits. Oh, I heard about that one. Hate crimes, anyone out there? It's a hostile environment, September this year. The Tories have created a hostile environment. I can't even explain how I totally agree with that. It's more worse than that. What is a social model disability? You've got a scope. Independence. Absolutely. Excuse me, your voice is going. People are absolutely going through worse. So there isn't. You got all these so-called agencies and stuff, and but it's nothing. Everything is like postcode lottery. Tories, Labour, they're all the bloody same, if you ask me. I'm not politically minded at all. Not anymore. So what? So Social Security, here we go. Social Security system has become a scheme introduced by the under Conservative government, telling the story of one man being used in antidepressants after his wife's benefits are stopped. These are human consequences. Tory government and puts tax cuts for the wealthy ahead of the care for the disabled people of society. Well, it's more than that. Yeah. But I'm not going to. Hostile environment is always the same. Benefit process, hostile environment. Former Chief Watchdog. 6th of October 2018. So we've got somebody that chaired the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority. Former top civil servant has criticised disability assessment. System is a hostile environment after being told he was ineligible for support despite having Parkinson's disease and certain cancer. He ran the parliamentary body, overseeing MPs' expenses before retiring health grounds. had his benefit stopped after assessors decided he was no longer ill enough to qualify for PIP. I think we'll end this video with that one. This is a former public servant in UK. So basically, the assessment process undergoing by hundreds of thousands of people, chronically sick, disabled, each year is extremely crude, unprofessional, and highly complex to see. And so who got him help? This is the top of the top, and this is what's gone on. I was shocked by the way he was being administrated against the interests of some of the most disadvantaged people in the country. PIP is beset by profound administrative failures, that is true, which work to disadvantage of disabled people. UK, by the way, this is getting worse. My personal interactions with PIP process were profoundly pleasant, but the system as a whole does not create the impression of being the system. You can see what I'm reading. I think I'm screwed up with my video. But the system as a whole creates the impression of it being a hostile environment, and one where two of the fours, FOES, are complexity and the sense that it is not a level playing field. No, it isn't. And McDonald, who chairs the disabled, here we go, Scope charity. He says he chairs it now. I thought this was a system to give people a hand up. In practice, I thought it was a system to give people a hand up. In practice, they encounter a sleight of hand, and this is completely out of the words they use in their writing, whatever that means. With the best statisticians of British public service, yeah, right, in which I was not only raised but worked for in his career. Okay, he called on the so-called UK government to look afresh at the entire PIP process, which has been dogged by, we're not surprised. Since it introduced in 2014 as a way of cutting the disability, it's all about cuts. Look again. The assessments carried out by private companies. See? They're contracting. They make it difficult. Either this year, cross-party committee, public servants all the same, aren't they, MPs, that the PIP process was an area screwed in sensitivity, it will complete, of hearing evidence of poor practice, but over more than 4,000, it's more than that I'm sure, and the soical government responds that it's not working to prove what? It's working to prove the system? I don't think so. McDonald, who challenged his decision to stop his benefits, said it was shocking that the latest figures that shows 71% of the PIP decisions overturned when at tribunal. See, I'll be going that process now. The so-called government UK should set aside any notion that the PIP has been fixed. It hasn't. PIP is intended to help with additional costs. Yeah, right. It's estimated at £750 a month. Well, depending on your disability, your needs, etc. Everyone's different. But I'm having to swipe on to CSA because they've cut my bloody DNA, the arseholes, for failing me. Anyway, it just goes into his personal situation, and then again, even the UK Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority statutory system qualified for PIP the following year. Decision was reaffirmed at a review 2017. Each time, assessors awarded him 11 points, comfortably over the 8 points threshold for lower PIP support, which amounted, in his case, amount of £3,000 a year. At his third review assessment in March, however, he was only awarded 2 points. Sounds familiar? A decision which suggests that his health was improving. I mean, for God's sake. They're not individuals that have any clue what people go through. They're just looking at their jobs and bonuses rather than real people. It's good going back in history of all this stuff, how they used to treat people with disabilities. It goes on to deteriorative conditions and got worse, and then it describes neurologists, how severe it was, and here we go. A assessor claimed to be occupation therapist, healthcare professional, and had little understanding. Well, they all do. Exactly what's going on with their computer technology now. It's all gone computerized, and that's what's failing it. The computer, your medical data scan, they don't use it, and it's going on NLP. I can't even pronounce what that means. Just Google NLP, and it's something to do with reading your body language. Something I can't remember the whole definition of that, but I know my brother's trained in it, and I know they use that for these men and women trying to watch your body language, not about how your difficulties are. So yeah, basically the top in statute law, well, in soical UK government even went through it all, and he's even shown it all up, and the systems is not working. All I gotta do is contract law, look at contract law, definitions between contract law. I'm going to leave you one video to watch. Just going to do a quick search on that, because this one might just help people to learn about your rights. So we're going to do Victoria Chapman. Chap. I can't spell. What was it? H. Chap. C-A-P. No, not capital letters. C-A-P. Chapman. And we're just going to leave you with this website. We'll just go on to see if there's any videos, see if we've got the right spelling. Just go on to common law. We spelled it right? No, we haven't spelled the word right. Victoria Chap. Just going to. There's just type in contract law as well. My mate's trying to help me with this. I've got to be doing it quick. Got to get off now. Keep saying that. Ah. It's a long stream trying to see how in UK, yeah, put UK on the video and see if there's a video that comes up I recognise. Right, so there's usually a couple of good ones. It's a quick stroll down. Basics common law, no. Contract law, breach of contract, no. We want something basic and straightforward that I recognise. Something I recognise I've used before. Okay, let's just go to type in, just go for pip.capita, just go for pip lines, just pip lines. Just abbreviation. Pip, it's just put exposed and see if it goes in there in 2018. Just see, I'm going to show you one video to have a look for yourself. And we just want to go on videos. So individuals has gone through all this already. So people bias assessment, manual considerations. That's no, you want to go on people's experiences. There should be a blinking ordinary people's videos on this. And that's the way to stop people trying to research things. PIP action campaign. Okay, let's see what that is. Oh, what, they blocked that? Oh, that's great, isn't it? So there's censorship on YouTube. Okay, so we've seen this one before, filming your assessment. Let's just click on that. See, there's a link up to this YouTube channel doing other people's videos. GWP, customer compliance job centre classifies gets a no. Ordinary people's experiences. I'll just show you this one. Filming an ESA assessment though.
Just check you carry out the assessment and you make the decision on whether or not you take it.
It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for, excuse us a minute, PIP. Right. There's so many good people's experiences on here, so on YouTube, I suppose. PIP assessment, what load of? Yeah, okay. Tail choice to hop it, that's a good one. First of all, they ask me ID. That's this channel. Can't even hear. Can't bloody hear. Oh, let's go for this one. You might be able to hear a bit better.
Hello everybody.
That's our channel.
14th August 2017, and I'm back here on here to have another one. Yes, I'm going to know. What about this time? The PIP people. Yes, I have no idea what it stands for, but apparently I had to be assessed for PIP. They wanted me to go like 50 miles away.
That's what I've had a problem with.
Hello? Are you kidding? That's not going to happen. And then they were like, do you want a home visit? And I was like, that would be good, thanks. And they were like, okay, we'll have to get back to you on that. Anyway, so a few days later they got back to me and they're like, okay, we've wanted a home visit.
35,000 views.
They came 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago they came. And
okay, check it out. Gotta go. God bless everybody. That you might be playing this back, but this is just showing you what's going on for other people too.
This has been said, I've said this 100 times.
Try and help each other out if you can. God
So
bless.
I've been agoraphobic for 19 years. I don't go out alone.